comic book fans, it's Kaz, aka Nerdburger, bringing you my to-read list for this March 2013. Yay! So, it was pointed out to me last month that I didn't review any Marvel. And then it occurred to me I don't read any Marvel other than The Glorious She-Hulk and Spider-Girl. So off to All-Star Comics in the city I went, and I returned home with this, Captain Marvel in Pursuit of Flight. At the time of purchase, I admit I knew nothing about Captain Marvel. The only Captain Marvel I knew was Shazam from DC, but it can't be Shazam because this is Marvel, and Captain Marvel isn't Captain Marvel, it's Ms. Marvel being Captain Marvel because Captain Marvel is very confused. We join Carol Danvers, aka soon-to-be Captain Marvel, as she's embarking on a huge life decision. Should she stay as Ms. Marvel, or should she challenge herself to try to become what is known as the Earth's mightiest hero? Big decision to make, yeah? Carol battles many things in this comic book. Misconceptions of what women are capable of in the 40s, big metal things called prowlers, and she leads an all-female Banshee squadron into battle. I tried so hard to like this comic book. I was so excited to have a new female super lady to like, to dress up as and imagine myself as. But it just didn't happen, guys. This comic is so confusing. One minute I'm in some weird island off the coast of Peru in the 1940s fighting a battle. Next thing I'm with my friend fighting cancer current day time. Just made no sense. So halfway through it I put it down and nearly didn't pick it up again. I was just so confused, overwhelmed, and honestly guys, this comic just sucked. I was struggling reading this comic book. And then all of a sudden I came across issue 5 and the amazing cover art of Terry and Rachel Dodson. I love how strong and feminine she looks. She's facing the horrors of war, flying freely through the air, past all the previous crap in issues 1 to 4. I'm sorry Captain Marvel, I tried so hard to like you but you were just too confusing. I think if you come back in another comic book I'll give you another go, but as for this particular series, I think I'll have to give you a miss. Last week I'm at the comic store looking for something new to read, and then at the corner of my eye I see Scarlet, this red-headed girl around my age pointing 2 guns at me all Tank Girl-esque, and she says, "Kaz, you want to take me home?" I say, "Heck yeah, I'm gonna take you home!" So I pick up that comic, I run down to Starbucks, and the whole world stops as I open that comic book to page 1. Where I'm confronted by a full-page image of a guy being strangled by her, and the only word is his final word. My mind exploded. Scarlet is about a young girl around my age. She's just a normal girl, no superpowers. She's just hanging out with her boyfriend, she's totally in love, when all of a sudden the cops appear and accuse them of holding drugs. Somehow an altercation occurs where a cop wrongfully kills her boyfriend. She becomes spiteful, and you think this comic will start off being about revenge, but it ends up being a revolution. Scarlet is written by Marvel's golden boy Brian Michael Bendis, who you guys will know from
Ultimate Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Ultimate Origins, Ultimate 6, Daredevil, Avengers, New Avengers, Spider-Woman, Moon Knight, Secret Invasion, House of M, Civil War, Secret War, Siege, and many more.
Just to name a few. Bendis and Malieve team up again like they did on their run on Daredevil, which my husband thinks is the greatest run of all time. I don't know, I haven't read it, but I'm sure I will now. The photorealistic style of Malieve's art combined with the hardboiled narrative of Bendis, this is a match made in heaven and it jumps off the page. There's one little thing I haven't told you nerds about this comic. It breaks a fourth wall. Scarlet turns around and talks to you directly. She asks you for your help in this revolution. Scarlet, I would do whatever you want, I swear. You guys have to read this comic. I cannot stop talking about it. All week I annoyed my work. I was like, you have to read this comic. And they're like, okay, bring it in. And I was like, you can't touch my hardcover edition. So good. Go and buy it.
The history of Nerdburger and Fables. Should I read Fables?
Stop trying to change me.
What about Fables?
Ooh, Scott Pilgrim.
Should I read Fables?
Ooh, Jeffrey Brown!
Would you like to read Fables?
Take that in your sucky movie!
Should I read Fables?
Yes! Fables tells the story of classic fairy tale characters with a little bit of a twist. They've been thrust out of their homes and now live in a place called Fabletown, which is just below New York. We meet Snow White, who is now 2IC of Fabletown. She's told some unfortunate news about her sister from the big bad wolf. No, he didn't eat her. He's now a detective, and he sets out on finding the truth in a web of lies. I'm a Disney girl at heart, so the minute you put a Snow White, a Cinderella, a little Beauty and the Beast into something, I'm gonna buy, watch or read it. So the fact that Fables takes these classic characters, gives them a bit of a twist, like Pinocchio's a little horny boy now, and Prince Charming is more like Prince Lamo. It's fabulous. I already know the characters before I even pick up the comic. I really like the art by Lan Medina. It's a little bit cartoony with lots of black line work. He has so many fun things to draw. Like there's this one scene where it's a ridiculous death, there's blood everywhere, and you can't help but laugh. And Medina does it so well. You know what else is rad about the art in this comic? Guess who does the covers? Alex Malin! You know the dude from the previous review? I'd now like to take this moment to formally apologise to anyone who has ever told me to read Fables and I've said to them, "Oh, it looks lame, I don't want to read a detective comic." I am sorry. This comic is so good, it's so easy to read, super fun, and now I have 11 years of trades. That's 18 trades as well as 5 spin-off series to read. Woohoo! So what have you nerds been reading this month? Let me know down below. Am I the only one that jumped on the Fables bandwagon way too late? Why don't you guys take a moment and subscribe to my channel, NerdburgerJ, or drop me a line at nerd-burger.com. Thank you guys so much for your kind emails and comments. It means so much to me. And I'd like your help with one more thing. I went out for a fajita the other night and I parked my invisible jet and now I can't find it anywhere. So if you see it, can you let me know? Catch you nerds next month. Bye!